been a really wonderful time, and welcome to CloudForce. Anyway, thanks a lot for that. Bye.
And they really value the robust, secure, scalable Fortune 500 story. It's serious for us. But they're not really why we use Salesforce. They're nice to have. What was transformational for us, both on the professionalism front and the time we could do it, was a presentation and intelligence layer. So that to us was 4 pieces. More than 200 of our customers sit on Customer Portal, and we provide them a very, very rich experience. We couldn't do that without the data integration to move data between our core back office systems and Salesforce, both through the API but also real time. The decision support intelligence, from the complex calculations, the snapshots, the validation rules, critical to us, and then being able to put in the compliance and audit stuff, because when something goes wrong or right with some of these assets, we need alarms and alerts, and we need to know who changed things. So that was our story. Interesting, none of you follow it. What does it look like? How many of you remember having bits of technology like this? Okay. This is where we started. This was we have a very heavily process-intensive back end, and we've cobbled together a whole bunch of customer views to give them access to it. And they all had this tremendous looking view. That's where we started. What it looks like today is this. So this is our Customer Portal experience for clients. Those who haven't seen Customer Portal, it has all the tabs across the top, so we can mobilise any information we can see, we can push to clients. As you can see, we use Visualforce and Flex Mashup to push real-time data to them in the form of graphs. Any configurable field, our business side, we can add into this, and we can add Visualforce to put special components in when we need to. So it fundamentally transformed how we positioned our business in the eyes of our customers. That was the external side of it. It was equally transformational in terms of all the internal interfaces, and that ranges from things like our ability to take really complex sets of data and simplify it down into, the first one is just a very simple overlay, but just a traffic light summary of what's right and what's wrong with a particular portfolio. And Salesforce, thank you for joint reports, because they make that kind of stuff a hell of a lot easier. Through to at the other end, we moved our entire accounting, invoicing and payment system onto it, so that what our accounts department sees is exactly the same as what our clients see. So it's transformed what the whole business looks like. Your left-hand side, our old analytical engine, and hit that in the back office, improved it, refined it, and focused on what it was meant to be doing, which, as we defined it, is doing 24-hour processing things, but doing them in less than 24 hours. Over on the left-hand side, more than 200 customer portals hanging off Salesforce for our customers, but also all our internal client operations, accounts and sales, all hanging off the Salesforce cloud. And it reduced technical operations to just making sure the two talk to each other. So all they get to do is this. We probably push about 50,000 records a day from changes made by customers and by our operations team into our back office for controlling things. In return, we push all the critical updates, alarms and things back up instantaneously. We move about 2 million daily records, being integrity checks and status checks, up into Salesforce, and on a weekly basis we update about 2 million records, 200 million fields. We're pushing our whole statistics database up. So we're a very atypical user of Salesforce, but basically, I guess as we look back on our project, when we started, we couldn't envisage that you could do this, but it's transformed what we do. What would we do differently? I guess, confession first, as Dan said, 3 of our team actually came and had worked at Salesforce.com integration partners. Had we not done that, we wouldn't have done this, because we've never got our salespeople and other global partnering business over the line that it could be done, and we couldn't have done it. But now we look back on it, it's phenomenal. What would we do differently? Whenever you tackle Salesforce, which is an awesome product, but a really, but quite specific data model, you have to understand its data model. If you get the right side of it, it works for you. If you get the wrong side of it, you don't want to beat it. And we've made some quite important decisions in our architecture about what has to be master, what has to be slave. Salesforce is delightfully addictive about the ability to very quickly do things that anyone wants you to do, and you evolve it very fast. And we do a lot of that, and every now and then we forget to document it, and then we look back 6 months later and said, why the hell did we do that? So document and test. Yes, they do 3 releases a year. They fix a whole bunch of problems. Read the release notes. They're critical to us. And dear Salesforce, we'd occasionally like slightly more limits, and we'd like access to your product managers on new functionality. But overall, transformational experience from ParkLogic. Thank you.
Thanks.